Hello everyone, welcome to ANZ Global. I'm Pravina Thapa, an educational consultant from ANZ Global. Today we have Jamin Sen, a principal lawyer for Jamin Sen and migration lawyer for ANZ Global. This video we have made especially for those students who are confused about ACT nomination and Tasmania nomination. We'll make you clear about what's the differences and what are the potential students for this kind of nomination. Welcome Jamin to ANZ Global.
Thank you for having me.
Can you please tell us about the ACT nomination?
Sure. It may be better to explain it from the beginning.
Yeah.
So there are two common ways for international students to get a permanent residency in Australia. So the first is the independent skilled visa or the 1A9 visa. And the second one is the skilled nominated visa or the 190 visa. So both are points tested. You will be awarded points for your age, your English level, and your experience, qualification, etc. The 1A9 visa has two main constraints though. The first, you must have a positive skills assessment from the medium to long-term strategic skills list, which currently has 180 occupations on the list. Many are in the engineering, healthcare, or trades occupations. And the second is the selection process. So the invitations to apply for a visa is automatically issued to the highest ranking EOIs. So the problem for many international students are if you are competent marketing professionals or pastry chef, you are simply not eligible for the 1A9 visa because your occupation is not on the eligible list. And second, if you are an accountant, for example, then you will need to have an astonishing 80 points to be able to get an invitation if you are lucky. So that brings us to the 190 visa. The advantage is that you will be awarded 5 points automatically for being nominated by a state or territory government. You have access to up to 430 occupations, and you will receive a visa invitation as soon as your application for state nomination is approved. So every state and territory government in Australia has their own nomination criteria. So the ACT government has one of the most generous and flexible nomination program for international students in Australia. The ACT will stand for the Australian Capital Territory, or what we commonly know as Canberra. So
it's like pretty much clear that ACT nomination is good for the international students rather than other state nomination?
We can go through the ACT nomination requirements in details, which explains as an international student what the options you have to apply for the ACT nomination.
Thank you, Jamin, for making clear about the ACT nomination. Can you please tell us what are the requirements for this nomination?
Sure. So there are two common criteria for every applicant in Australia. So you have to have lived in Canberra for 12 months before you apply. And the second, you have a genuine commitment to living in Canberra for 2 years after you got your visa. And then you have 4 options. The first, you have completed a prior course, registered course in one of the Canberra education providers. That's at least certificate 3 or higher levels, and it needs at least 1 academic year of study. And in the meantime, you also have completed you have been working full-time or 20 hours per week if you are on a student visa in a skilled occupation that's classified as ANZ skills level 1 to 4. And option 2 is that you have worked full-time in your nominated occupation, for example, accountant or cook, for at least 6 months for an ACT-based employer. And option 3 is that if you are studying or have recently completed postgraduate course, and you have been working in a skilled occupation for any ACT employer, whether it's full-time, part-time, or casual, then you can apply for the nomination. And the fourth way is you have complete a PhD in any of the ACT university, then you can apply without any additional requirements.
Yeah, we have got few students, they inquiry like they are in 485 visa and they ask like can we go for a study in Canberra? Are they eligible to study here when they are in 485 visa?
Well, for 485 visa holders, you don't have any work or study restraints, so you are free to study any course in Australia and work full-time.
So can you just describe us about the ANZCO occupational list?
Sure. ANZCO stands for Australia and New Zealand Standard Classification of Occupations. So basically it's a statistic classification of all the jobs. So it has 5 skills levels. For skills level 4, in uni, that's for any occupation that requires a certificate 2 or at least 1 year of relevant experience to do the job. And the skill level 3 has higher requirements. So for our purpose, the ANZCO skill level 4 jobs are like bartenders, baristas, waiter, beauty therapy, tour guide, childcare workers, basically all the common occupations that international students would do part-time while they study. So as we move up the skill level 3 would be occupations like electricians, motor mechanics. Skill level 2 would be engineer, draft persons, and some science technicians. And skill level 1 is the highest skill level job, so that covers most of professionals like accountants and engineers.
Okay, so they just need to do 20 hours a week?
20 hours a week if you're on student visa, but for your previous example, if it's 485 visa, because you don't have the work limit, then you need to show that you'll be working full-time.
Okay. So what are the potential students that they can be benefiting from this kind of nomination?
Basically, any students who are currently got 55 points, so they need the 5 points from the state nomination to reach the 60 points benchmark. That makes them eligible for the 190 visa. Or if your occupation is not on the medium long-term strategic skill list, such as marketing professionals, cooks, and a lot of other jobs.
Okay. Well, we got a clear view about ACT nomination and ANZCO occupational list. So what about that open and closed occupational list?
Because so far we've been talking about the applicants already in Australia and have lived in Canberra for 12 months. So the open and closed occupation, they refer to a specific list which is ACT occupation list. It has less occupations and that's only relevant for overseas residents. So if you are applying directly from overseas, then you need to find an occupation on the ACT nomination list. So if the occupation is marked as open, then you can apply directly. If it's marked closed, then you need to have additional requirements met, like you have close family members living in Canberra, or you have received a job offer from a Canberra employer. So from October last year, from October 2017, the ACT has closed application from the overseas applicants unless you have close ties or a job offer from an ACT employer.
Okay, so what are the notable occupations?
The most common ones we've come across are like the accountants or ICT business analysts, because they are just so competitive through the 189 visa program. Or we have a lot of marketing sales professionals, cook, just because their occupation is not eligible for 189. And sometimes we also got some interesting occupations, such as watchmaker, like pilot, sports coach. Some odd jobs, but they are also in demand in ACT.
Yeah, it's quite clear. Like we all know what are the demands for ACT. So how can we help to the students? How really ANZ Global can help the students?
Well, come and talk to us. Whether you are in your first semester or in your last semesters, we can work together to plan a strategy to make you to prepare for your application for the ACT nomination and give you the best chance to apply for the 190 visa. So get in touch.
Yes, thank you, Jamie, for making us clear about the ACT nomination. I hope it is very helpful to all the students who are looking forward to move to Canberra. And if you have any queries regarding ACT nomination or any other things, please do not hesitate to contact us. You can message, call anytime. Jamie is here, and we have experienced consultants who are always ready to help you. And please note that we have started NAATI CCL class for different languages: Hindi, Bangla, Punjabi, Nepali, and Urdu. So please do visit. Thank you for watching our video.
Thank you.